From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a 1st and a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Saints come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. The 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Tyler Higbee hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyler Higbee with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succa, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready
at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out of 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people out of blitz.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ritter's pass complete to Pitts.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw again. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now a give right side Swift.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
DeAndre Swift.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Oh, man, out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Running right, Jones. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And inside give to Jones.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off the plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Ready?
On second down, it's Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ronald Jones,
his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 1. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. 2 yards on the play. First down, Atlanta.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Falcons take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Coming left is Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. They'll set up a throw.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Brandon Ayuk.
39 yards.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
They'll turn to Kamara.
But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
82 yards.
And the Falcons extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That one complete downfield to Thomas. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Kamara up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Higbee from 10 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Again, it's Jones.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here we go.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Come on, set.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 106 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice throw.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this kind.